Hi, this is Kirk with Forex Strategy Secrets. We're going to be talking to you how to start your trading day. And this is going to be lesson 1, and there'll be additional lessons to follow. So, and everything we're going to show you today can be learned quickly. First thing we're going to be talking about today is how to find the direction to trade. Now, when you sit down, that is kind of a good thing to know. You look at the charts and say, okay, am I going to be trading long or short? Is this a impulsive or a corrective move? Is it a counter trend or a trend trade? So first of all, we're going to look at moving averages, and we'll go to the chart very quickly and we'll show you what we're looking at there. And then we're going to be talking about some momentum indicators, and we'll go to the charts right now. So now you want to start off on a 15-minute chart to kind of give you an overall trend direction. Okay, the thing that you're looking for is, in the course material we have a moving average right here. And you want to see what side of that moving average are the price bars located. In this case, for quite a while, they were above the 34, so that means you possibly would want to be trading long. Okay, let's look at some other indicators. We talked about momentum indicators. We have 4 momentum indicators, but the 2 that I wanted to talk to you about are the 2 in the middle. When they are above the 0 line and the price bars are above that moving average, that's the direction. Now, I'm suggesting that you look at a chart. It shouldn't take you any more than 5 seconds. It should take you less than 5 seconds to know which way you're trading. You say, first of all, I look, which side of the moving average is this on? Which side of the 0 line are these 2 indicators on? Well, from clear back over in here, other than when it dipped below for a little bit on this one indicator right here, that you should be trading long on that currency pair. So now you know what we're looking for. I'm going to scroll through some pairs. I have about 12 pairs that I trade, and sometimes that's almost too many. I'm thinking about cutting it even down to fewer pairs. So I'm going to scroll through these pairs and just quickly look at them and see which way you should be trading at right the present time. Now, this vertical line I've drawn here is when the U.S. trading session opened. So, but let's just do that. Let's go to this yellow line, and anything onto the right side, that would have said from that point on which way should you have been trading, and you can see what did happen. Okay, that's obviously what? Short. That one, well, it was long to start with, and it changed in about an hour and went short, and there were some nice pips to be had right there. Okay, this one started out short and it continued on short. Which way did that one go? It started short. Now, well, it was below when the bar first opened, but then it went long and it came back. So when it went up, you have to look, say, well, do I want to trade that direction, or is that just a little impulsive move because of the news? And then the bigger move was to trade short. That's obviously going to be a short trade. This one went down. Okay, now it's starting to do a counter trend trade. And that's part of the course material. You may not know how to determine a counter trend to start with, but you know that initially you would be trading short on that from that yellow line. This one is really choppy. Maybe you don't want to trade that one. This one was kind of choppy. It didn't move that far. This one had a nice move in the beginning, then it turned and went up. So that's where you have to learn which way when to change directions. But initially you would be trading short on this. There's a whole section on how to do the counter trend trades and the transition when that's taking place. And there's a lot of these pound pairs did the same thing. This pair just starting to do, there's a certain type of momentum taking place here. Now that went from about where you may have wanted to get into that trade, someplace in this area. It went down about 60-70 pips. And so if you've been trading that, then that would have been the trades you could have taken. And it went down and retraced and down, retraced and down, and then the big retracement, and probably the trade is over. What do you need to look for? The moving average and which side of the zero line the momentum indicators are on. Now, did that take you very long to do that? I didn't time it, but it's been less than 2 minutes, and we went through all those currency pairs there, and I was talking as we were doing it. So that's all it takes. Then it's what you do now is we know the direction. Now go to the 5-minute. For example, we can see that, let's just take this one that we're on, we'll do some others. The direction is short. Both of these time frames, the momentum is below the moving average, and they become where they go below the zero line. This one will go above and below, but the middle one will be a long term, and it will tell you really the direction. There are setups. One of the things you'll hear we talk about a lot would be 4 bars. Is that a 4 bar? No, that's an early bird filter. I'll talk about that in a minute. That's a 4 bar. It's a saddle. That's a setup. And there are 4 bars all the same color. Now, if you'd taken that trade, it didn't go very much in your favor. It went back against you a little bit, possibly to the point you might have gotten out. But here's the other 4 bar right here. And that went a decent amount in your direction, came back to a break even and went about 20 pips. Now here's another 4 bar, and this one went about 30 pips in your direction. And now you're seeing that it's changing directions. So the 15 and the 5 minutes from this white vertical line, we know that there is going short. Go back to the 15. See, it's still going short, and these little retracements, you can see those happen. So we're going to mark this from this white line on down, which way you'd be trading on this 1 minute. I'm going to zoom out so you can see. Maybe this one was late right here. I can show you how you could have taken that and not been late. But whenever it takes off, there was a trade right there. And it takes off again, there's a trade right there. So there was 30 pips there and a good 10-15 pips on this one right here. Now, I've talked about a 4 bar. Now I'm going to go back and talk about an early bird filter as a setup. That's what you look for. Early bird filters are when you have the indicator up on the charts on the price bars, and the male and the filter are the same color at the same time. And if it's going in the same direction as the moving average. That's an early bird filter. That's when you can take an early bird filter as heads up even before you take the 4 bar. Now let's go back and see what that would have done for us. The early bird filter, guess what happened? The price went below, did a little retracement, and then we have a fresh color change. It's getting close to the zero line. It was a 4 bar. It was below the moving average on the 1 minute, and there was a 20 pip move right there instead of, I'll draw a line here, and that's where we were looking at on the 4 bar. See, the 4 bar would have put you in right here. That was, in this case, late. And we talk about how late and taking them on fresh. The points I'm trying to make are, find out which side you are of the moving average, which side of the zero line these 2 indicators are on. That's really strong. Now, sometimes the middle one is on one side and the male, the top one, is on the other side. When that happens, wait until the male comes back down in favor with the middle indicator. And the filter does the same thing. When it comes back down, that's the time you'll be trading that direction. That's what you look for. That's it. It doesn't take long to figure out what's going on there. Then you look for setups. Early bird filters or 4 bars in the direction of the trend on the 1 minute time frame. 5 and 1 can kind of give you the direction. So now we're going to go to this 1 minute time frame. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Now, between these 2 lines up here on this particular currency pair, down to over here. Let me just put another, okay, let's just say during that section right there, let's look at some pairs and what would you be looking for? Which way would you be trading during that whole time? Well, this one had ups and downs. This one had a big down over here. You probably could have got in sooner on the indicators, but then it had a bigger move going back the other direction. There were some moves going short, but it was pretty choppy. This one was a little smoother, and you can see that there were some decent moves. Now this one, yes, there were some signals for a 20 pip move there, a 20 pip move there, and a 20 pip move there. If you just trade this one currency pair from the time these bars were formed over here to this line over here, you could have had 60 pips just trading the direction of the trend. This one went down and then it started going back up the other way. This one mostly went down. Now if you look at your charts and have the course material, you will see what I'm talking about, and you see what the entries are. Yes, you're just seeing history, but you can see it as it unfolds. Fresh cross, early bird filter, or a 4-bar. There's a 4-bar right there on a 1-minute chart. Okay, there was a nice move right there. So in the last few hours, 2 or 3 hours, you can see how many good trades there were. And I know traders were taking some trades. I've seen reports of that, and others are in a webinar learning what they're supposed to be looking for. Okay, now we are back to the PowerPoint. We finished looking at the charts. Now you can get your copy of the 15 trading strategy. That's what we've been talking about. And this course only costs $500. Now with that you get the complete course, you get 2 months of the scanner, which normally is $100 a month. So really the course is only costing you $300. And if you would like to have additional coaching, you can get some strategy coaching as well. Now, after the 2 months, then you can get the scanner for $50 a month if you've paid the $500. So there's a savings right there. Now, what if you don't have the $500 or you want to check it out a little bit more? Okay, first of all, here's the link to purchasing the course for the $500. So first of all, here's the link to sign up for the $500 course and to get the scanner for $50 a month thereafter. Now, if you want to get the scanner and the 15 course strategy for $100 a month, then that's what it stays. It just stays $100 a month. But up front you will pay less. In the long run, if you have it for a long time, it would have been better to go with the course material. But you get the course material this way as well. Here's the link for this one as well. Now, if you have any questions, you can contact Jed or myself at forexstrategysecrets.com, and this is the way you can start to actually make pips. We have people that learn it quickly. In a couple of days, they're actually starting to see the market clearly, and they're starting to make pips in just a few days, not months or years.